to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a certain incense that was used during the ancient times in Japan. Actually, it's a type of divination incense that is meant to call upon spirits. There are several ingredients to this incense, but unfortunately two of them are unable to be obtained anymore. The first one is musk. That is illegal to obtain because it comes from a particular type of deer or a musk ox. And then the second one is called Koko, which is not very, it's still unknown to this day as to what it is. I have my assumptions as to what it is, but then I'm just going to make a variation on this incense because I know if you fuse, there's a bit of a fusion that's going on here where people have also used other types of necromancy ingredients to produce an incense, and I think this is the most appropriate one to do at this point in time of the year. So the first thing that I want to introduce you to is the name of the incense. It's actually called Yamaji-no-Tsuyu, and it means mountain or dew on the mountain path. It was found. I discovered this recipe in a book called In Ghostly Japan, but there's other variations of this incense too. So what I plan to do is first tell you exactly what goes into this incense mixture, and then from there I'll explain to you why I'm using them. The first one is Benzoin Sumatra, which is a good substitute for musk, since musk is illegal to obtain. So, and this is oftentimes considered a good substitute for that. It's from a resin tree, and so it's called Sumatran benzoin. The other one, resin, is frankincense. Most people are familiar with. There are cloves added to this, and then there's mugwort, and also Aloeswood or Agarwood. You more than likely will not, well, you can find the chips to it, but I would suggest just getting the powder because it's a little bit cheaper. It's kind of an endangered wood that's used quite often in this type of Buddhist incense. And then I'm going to add some water, which is not stated in there, but I need something to kind of cake and bound the Agarwood powder. And that water has been blessed, so it's a blessed wood, or a blessed water. And then finally there's a lancet, and the lancet is for drawing blood, because oftentimes in necromancy type of incense recipes they ask for blood to be used in it. So those are the things you will need to make this incense recipe. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind the benzoin and the frankincense. And I'm going to break those up. But I'm not going to break them up into a powder. What I plan to do is I plan to break it up into a loose incense, both of which are great smoked on their own, or burned on their own, or but yeah. I'm gonna put this separately into this tray because I do not want to mix the resins with the other ingredients as of right now. It is a loose incense, so things are not going to be ground up into powder form. Now I'm putting in the clove and the mugwort. I'm going to grind the clove and mugwort together to kind of break it down, but not into a powder since it is a loose incense. And then I'm going to take these and pour them into the second tray. Okay. Okay, so you should have your mugwort and clove, and then your frankincense and benzoin together. You want to add a little bit of water. You actually want to add your agar, or your agarwood or your aloeswood into this, because you kind of want to stiffen that. And then I'm going to add some water, and then it will be time to lance my to start with the blood. I think what I will do is go ahead and draw some blood. And you want to make sure your fingers are relatively clean, and then just prick it and drop a few drops of blood. To the mixture. Do this again. Okay. And then I'm going to add some water to this to kind of cake everything together. So right now in this tray I have the aloeswood powder, blood, mugwort, and clove. And I'm adding the blessed water to this to kind of cake everything up a little bit more and to make it bind more. So right now there's blood in there. Like I said, it is a necromancy type of incense. So and that's all the blessed water. Now you don't want to add your resins to this just yet. You might want to wait until a couple of days. Not a couple of days, maybe a couple of hours actually, because you just want everything to kind of absorb and clump together with all the other organic materials. And after those materials are bound together, and they're a little dry, just a little, because if you put the resins in there, they're gonna kind of melt and turn soggy and nasty, and it's gonna take forever for this incense to dry. So you really want to make sure that this is all dry. Actually, I think this is enough water to kind of go ahead and start adding the resin, because everything is just kind of caked up, but it's not really wet. So I'm going to add these. The frankincense and benzoin to the other part of the incense, and then we're going to mix them. So this is going to be a blend in which I will teach you how to use in the rest of this video. But as of right now, what you want is something loose like this, but it's a mixture of these ingredients. You can also add, I did not give you the exact, well, I'm not using the exact measurements for this recipe because it's going to be way too much. I will give it to you, the exact measurements, but I don't need like 10 pounds of this incense to be made, which they did back then in the medieval period of Japan, and they burned this in the temples, and they tried to commune with the spirits and everything. So everything should look like this as the final product. And next, I will show you how to use this incense. Once again, the incense is an ancient Japanese ghost incense. It's called Yamaji-no-Tsuyu, which means dew on the mountain path. It's been around since medieval times in Japan, maybe even longer. So yeah, I will show you in the next demonstration how to burn this once it is completely dry. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for watching my videos, and if you would like to see more videos like this, hit like and subscribe and share my videos. You can also contact me at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JYK113077. Thank you.